What's going on? Christine Austin L coming to you guys, and this video will definitely be a quick one. Happy New Year. If this is the first time that you are clicking on one of my videos, welcome. Feel free to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and make sure that you leave any comments that you have down below. Now, the description of this video is how I am going to save 17,000 plus in 2020. And how I am going to do that is simply because I have taken the time to declutter my mind. Yes, that's right. I decluttered my mind and I was able to get everything that was just boggling me down on paper. I itemized all those things, and one of the things that was on my mind is how can I save more money in 2020? And what I did was I went through my bank statements. That's right. I printed down about 3 months of my bank statements. I have a couple of different bank accounts. And what I have found was that I was not being as diligent with my money as I thought. There were several items on there that I was paying for month in and month out. Some of them were duplicates, like Netflix. I was paying for tons of apps on my iPhone. And you guys that may have the iPhone know that they charge you for everything. So I had over $300 in fees for iTunes. I do have a list of different things that I have learned while I was decluttering my mind and going through what I could do to make changes for my mental clarity, for my financial clarity, for my spiritual clarity, and things of that nature. And the small little things, the programs that I had signed up for my business that I didn't even use. I may have used it 1 or 2 times and then forgot about the fact that there was a monthly fee tied into it, like the Voice Box, Freedom Box, the UPSP letter stamps, where you can pay for an online service and you could print out the stamps. I never even used it. That was $45 all by itself every single month, whether you used it or not. Google, my YouTube, I have 4 or 5 different YouTube channels. I know you guys just know about this one, but I have a couple other channels. And I was paying for the Prime membership on all of the channels. I don't need to. I literally only watch YouTube videos on this channel, so I could just pay $10.69 opposed to $45. Down My Calls, another app that I don't have to pay monthly, but I could pay as I use it. I love that app. I don't use it every single month, so I don't need to pay for it every month. So just really, I'm going through all of my items, going through what was on my mind, breaking that baby down, itemizing it, putting dates to it, and canceling a whole lot of stuff. $17,222 worth of things, including my nails. I said that on one of my videos, I believe last week, that I was spending about $120 a month on getting my nails done. Why? And last month when I went to the holiday party, I bought some Lee press-on nails that were about $2, and I got more compliments on my $2 nails than I did on my $70 and $60 nails. So cutting down, just really looking at different things that we're spending our money on. And just because we have the money, it doesn't make any sense to just blow it. One reason that made me really start looking at things is I turned 46 on November 29th. And of course, that means I'm getting closer to 50, and I'm thinking about retirement. And I'm like, okay, I'm putting money away for retirement and for my IRA, but am I putting enough away? Can I put more away? And where is the extra money coming from, right? It's coming from the things that I'm already spending money on that I'm not even using. That iTunes was a big one. So I use a lot of the apps because of the fact that I do a lot of editing. I do a lot of flyers that I create, and I do it strictly from my phone, even though I have a computer and can do it from the computer, but I'm always on the go. So the convenience is being able to do those things on my cell phone. Well, guess what? I went and bought me an Android phone, and all of the apps are free. So, and I wrote off the phone because it's a tax write-off because I'm using it for business. So moving forward, I will not have those expenses. And the iTunes by themselves was $306 I was spending a month on apps. That comes to $3,672 a year. I was spending $450 on miscellaneous things, the Google, down my calls, Zoom, an extra cell phone that the phone broke and we bought another prepaid phone, and I thought that AT&T tied it with the other phone, and here I was paying for two phones and only had one. My fault, because I should have been checking my bank statements on a regular. Voice box, massage envy, free conference call, paying for extra data when I don't need it. You know, these little things that at the time, clearly I thought I needed it, but I didn't. And then looking at the bank statement, I saw that I was paying for two Netflix accounts. That's $14.95 for just one. And then GoDaddy was a big one also. I was spending $64 extra a month for features that I didn't even know I had and don't even need. So I canceled all of those things out. And yeah, that's a lot of money. And then the big ticket item of where I'm going to save the majority of this money this year is on my truck. And although I love my Mercedes-Benz, I love my truck. I'm spending a lot of money on maintenance with this vehicle because you have to make sure that they are serviced, and the service ranges between $1,100 to $1,300 when I take it in, and because I'm still running a lot, that's monthly, darn near. So yeah, I am spending $13,000 on tires and maintenance on my truck a year. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So I have decided that I am going to take about $25,000 and pay down on my truck, and then I will be under the Blue Book value, and I will be able to trade the vehicle in and get a more cost-effective truck that I will not have to pay as much for maintenance or tires for that matter, and I can still drive around. I love my truck, so I'm going to get a truck again. So that is the goal, and that is how I am going to save $17,222 additional monies in 2020. So what I've done is I have created a workbook. It is called the Life Now Workbook. You can find this workbook on my website. My website is christineaustinel.com. On the tab, just look right for Life Now Workbook. You can click on that, read a little bit information about the workbook, and you can purchase that. And I'm only doing it for $14.95 or $99, somewhere around there, $14.99. But there's a ton of information in this book. It is not just for breaking down your, itemizing your bills or things like that. I'm gonna go through real quick what all you're going to get in this workbook, all right? Outside of the support from me, of course, you are going to, tons of information, all right? So what is in this packet is a worksheet to help you declutter your mind. So of course, in everything, there's gonna be the instructions, and then there's gonna be the worksheet for you to actually do the work yourself. So decluttering your mind. Of course, the vision board, we're in a new year. It is time to start looking at our visions again, revamping them, putting them out and making them fresh for our mind and for, you know, everybody around us as to what we need to do in the new year to achieve these goals. Your mental strength, what is it gonna take to get your mind right? Spiritual growth, your physical growth, financial growth, looking ahead tracking sheet. Then you're going to have a daily sheet where you can keep track of your spiritual, physical, and financial growth. Then I do have this schedule in here. So I do have your planner built in this worksheet, okay? So you're going to have your monthly overview, your weekly overview. Then for life insurance agents, I have the income producing activity tracking sheet in here so that you can track it every single day, what you're doing, your activity, and of course, the results. Then I have the 100 presentation challenge sheet. This sheet is gonna help you to identify how many presentations it's taking you to get a sale, how many people are you meeting that are broke, that are not interested. It's going to give you an overall glance of what you're doing in your business and where you need to work, what do you need to work on to fix it, okay? Then we have the Life Now, of course, university training courses, which I have a sheet that shows what is available right now in my university and how you can actually access that information. So I will just show you just real quick the pages. So that's your decluttering, and of course your worksheet. The vision board. So I'm giving you an example of a vision board, and then a sheet for you to go ahead and fill out yourself. The mental strength. Please note that this workbook has tons of scriptures in there. I am a woman of God. I am definitely loving on me some Jesus and loving on the word. And so I found that in order to be successful, and a lot of the successful people that I have met in this industry and beyond always have said, put God first, family second, and their career third. And in that order, they have found success. So I am talking about that and giving little nuggets and little scriptures and little motivational things, as well as affirmations throughout this worksheet. So you will see certain scriptures and then affirmations. And I know I could have done this on the computer and edited the video, but today is my anniversary, guys. It is New Year's Day and it's my anniversary, and I've been down here long enough. So this is what we're going to do, all right? So spiritual growth, and then your worksheet. And on here is talking about, you know, you're going to, every day that you do your reading, you're going to have a sheet and you're going to write out your scripture and how it applied to you, how it made you feel, how you were able to use that throughout the course of your day. So at the end of the year, you should have 365 sheets or more of your devotions, and it helps you to able to go back and just relook at the information that you learned, the scriptures, and what has really touched you through 2020 and beyond. Physical fitness, of course, learning how to put the goals down and a tracking sheet of the goals that you set. Financial growth, this is a big one. This is first and foremost, commit to that process. I give you 7 steps. 7 steps that's going to help you to get your things in order. I do have included in here Credit Karma. They do not pay me. That is a free app. I love that app. It helps you to be able to identify what things are being reported to the creditors, when they're being reported, so you know when you need to get your things paid so that it does not affect your credit score. And of course, I do have credit information that will be sent to you guys as well. But your financial worksheets, then your weekly budget sheet. I did this based on a weekly sheet because a lot of us are getting paid daily when we go to work because we own our own businesses. And when you worked a 9 to 5, you got paid either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. And it is a very good idea that when you are working in a business where you are constantly handling cash, that you set that money, leave it in the bank account until a certain date that you chose to pay your bills. Let that money accumulate, all right? If you're getting paid and then paying a bill, you're constantly feeling as though you are broke or you have no money. And it really is a matter of you're just taking it from one hand to the next. Let that money sit for a minute. Let it build up so that you can have a clear vision of what you have and what you can do with that money come the end of the week, all right? So a financial tracking sheet. You'll put your due dates, your bills, and then it's January through December. You're just gonna check it off as you are making those payments. Helps you to keep on track with your bills and did you pay them for the month. The savings challenge, I started this today, and that is going from week 1 to week 52 and saving it according to the week. And at the end of this challenge, you should have $1,378 at the end of the year extra saved. This I really like. This is the looking ahead. You have 1 through 31. The numbers on the side represent the days of the month, and then I have a column for each month. I did this last year and I used it for tracking my deposits because several months throughout the year I wanted to get paid every day. So basically the days I went through and I shaded out the weekend days for each month. So if it was a Saturday, Sunday, I know I wasn't getting paid Saturday and Sunday. So I just blocked those little days out so that I knew that that was a Saturday or Sunday. And then every other day I wrote in my deposits, and that's pretty cool. This year I'm using that for how much I'm saving on the day-to-day basis. And I'll do a video later about my goal in saving outside of what I'm going to be saving from those apps. but the other things that I am saving and how I'm going to do that. So I'll have a video about that shortly. Then here is your daily tracking sheet. So that way you can track whatever your goal is for your spiritual, physical, and financial. You know, are you prepping your food, your meal prep? Did you take your walk today? Did you have your gallon of water? Things like that. And then here's our schedule. Here's our monthly overview. And on the monthly overview, I put this month's goals at the top. And then I put your deposit pay so that you can keep track of the days and the monies that you're getting paid right on your overview. And then of course, the month. I do not have any numbers there. So that way you can buy this workbook at any point and you can start at any point of the year. All right. So it's not something like when you buy it from the stores, you have to get it from the date that it starts. You can actually start this at any point. All right. So if you're watching this and it is February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, or even October, November, or December, you can still buy it and you can start immediately whenever you get it. All right. You would just put in your month and your days. At the bottom, you're going to write in the wins of the month. We want to start really paying attention to the positive things that are going on in our lives instead of always noting the negatives. We want to talk about the wins and what can we do next month in order for us to achieve our goals even faster. And then my weekly. I broke it down to give you a weekly sheet. All right. And of course, this is the second half of the weekly. At the top, I have affirmations for you to go over and over. I deserve prosperity. I am surrounded by wealth. I am successful. I am rich in love and life. I live an abundant life. My dreams are my reality. I am an abundant thinker. I make choices that support my goals. I am worthy of spiritual, financial, and physical wealth. Clients are waiting for me. My territory is wide. Money is chasing me down, and I am grateful for all things. I bless others with my personality and my business. I am amazing. I am wonderfully made. I am loved, and I am loved. Those are the affirmations that I put on this sheet for you to be able to read over and over and over until you have it down in your soul, okay? And then the to-do list on that corner. And of course, it's the end of the week. What bills are due to be paid for this week? And then the 3 major things you want to keep track of, whether it be you're working out every day, making sure that you are doing your daily reading of the word, and I don't know, uploading YouTube videos. And then the circle is for every day of the week. You can check it off as you complete it for the day. And if you didn't put an X, that means you missed it, and it helps you to see where you're falling short. All right. And then for my life insurance agents, IPA tracking sheet. So this tracking sheet has everything depending on your personal goals. You should be at your first appointment really at 9 a.m., the last door at 8 to 9 p.m. And have fun out there. Enjoy the process. This sheet is going to help you keep track of your lead balance at the beginning of every day. You should be writing down what is your lead balance, what's your chargeback balance, what is your DNP. Know your business. Have it in front of you before you get out and go to work. And then the rest of the comments are how many leads did you purchase, how many appointments set, so forth and so on. So everything that we need to know and keep track of is on this sheet. And then you want to have some fun. Do what I did last month and do the 100 presentation challenge. This is not just for 1 month. This can take you 2, 3, 4, or even 5 months to complete. The purpose of this is so that you can write down how many presentations you've done, who was not interested, who was broke, and who you sold. And that way you really will have a clear picture of how many presentations it's taking you to get a sale. And even if you're getting a lot of people that are broke, you may need to change the area that you're working in. This is going to help you to see what you are doing. And if you're not doing a lot of presentations, it's going to help you see that as well. So that's what this is for. And that's the end of that actual workbook, all right? And then, of course, I show what is available on the Life Now University, which I have several courses that I am adding to this year. I'll be adding several more. I do have the 2 courses that I need to complete, which is the money management course and no support, and it means no support equals no success, and what that means. All right, so thank you for joining me. I stayed within my 20 minutes, which is what I wanted to do. Guys, you can find this workbook at ChristineAustinEarle.com on my website. On the tab, look for the page that says Life Now Workbook. you can go ahead through there and you can purchase it right on the website, and you will receive the link as soon as you buy the, as soon as you pay for it. At the bottom it says return to merchant. There's a link, it says return to merchant. Click the link and the book is going to pop up. Save it to your hard drive. If you missed it, don't worry. You will receive an email from me as well, and I will tell you, hey, thank you for your purchase. And if you happen to miss your book, here it is. So I will make sure to follow up with an email so that you receive this valuable information and we can go through 2020 and beyond on track with our goals. All right? Any questions, any comments, please leave them below. And as you know, I will see you guys Thursday night live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this channel. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with everyone you know. Let us all have a phenomenal new year.